Broadcasting live from the Meridics via OBS Studio Broadcast Center at Centennial Sportsplex. This is GNASH Hockey on the Middle Tennessee Sports Network. And tonight, someone is taking home the Henry Hine Cup. It is the, if necessary, game of the Henry Hine Cup final. Father Ryan taking on Station Camp Liberty Creek. Station Camp winning 4-2 last Thursday to force tonight's if necessary. And now whoever wins will be taking home the final trophy of the season. And it's not going to be too much longer until both teams are out on the ice. They want them out on the ice at 6:25 for warm-ups. And they want this game to get started at 6:30 right on the dot. This is the 151st game of the 2024-25 GNASH season. Across 120 regular season games, this is the 29th and final game of the postseason, the 15th and final game of the Hine Cup. Breads Cup needed just 14. The two senior games also, and of course on Wednesday night we got the All-Star game that'll close out the season as a whole. So let's go over the scores from last week. Last Monday in the Predators Cup Losers Bracket final, it was Ravenwood beating Montgomery Bell 4-3 in overtime. Then in the Henry Hine Cup Losers Bracket semifinal, it was Brentwood beating Centennial FRA 2-1 in regulation. Then last Wednesday in the Hine Cup Losers Bracket final, Station Camp Liberty Creek beat Brentwood 7-5. In the Predators Cup final, Ensworth Nolensville Lipscomb beat Ravenwood 3-2 in overtime to win the tournament for the second straight year. And last Thursday in the first game of the Predators Cup final, it was Station Camp Liberty Creek beating Father Ryan 4-2. So tonight, just the Hine Cup final, if necessary, game here on Rink A at Centennial. And then the postseason will be done, and we'll have just the All-Star game to look forward to on Wednesday. Speaking of the All-Star game, the rosters were announced yesterday. We'll go over those during the little intermission between the second and third. Yes, we are doing another ice cut after the second period tonight. As both teams are about a minute away from being called out onto the ice. Folks still filing in. Last two teams still playing GNASH hockey in 2024-25. And then once this game is over, all 16 teams will have played this season. And then, like I said, just the All-Star game on Wednesday to finish things up. Just waiting on both teams to come out onto the ice for the warm-up. It is 6:25 now. Although the clock is a couple minutes behind, the officials make their way out onto the ice. And Danny Corns pushes the button to signal to both teams that they want them out on the ice for warm-ups. Well, we got two officials. We got one of the refs and one of the linesmen. And here comes the second linesman. Now we're just waiting on the second referee. And Father Ryan making their way out onto the bench. One of the linesmen making sure that the nets are in place. And here comes Station Camp Liberty Creek out of the locker room. And they make their way out onto the ice. And now the Irish make their way out. And once the warm-up clock starts, we'll start talking about our two finalists for tonight. And here comes the second referee. So we've got our four-man officiating crew for this one. And the warm-up clock is going. So let's talk about the two teams playing this Hine Cup final. First up, Father Ryan, coached by Kyle Dora, opened the Hine Cup with a 5-2 win over Independence BAUSN Nashville Christian on February 5th. February 12th, they beat the Rampage 6-2 in the winners bracket semifinals. February 20th, they beat Station Camp 10-6 in the winners bracket final. Then lost 4-2 last Thursday in the first game of the final. So here are their player stats coming into tonight. Colin Sullivan, the leading scorer. He has 10 points from 9 goals and an assist. Gage Hart, 8 points from 7 goals and 1 assist. Hudson Laux has 6 points from a goal and 5 assists. Parker Causey has 5 points, all from assists. Curtis Newman and Sam Halloran each with 3 points from a goal and 2 assists. Brendan Malloy and Gavin Thornburg each with 2 points from a goal and an assist. Michael Jaskowski has 2 points from assists. Ridgeway Lambert has 2 points from a goal and an assist. Danny Libby has a point from a goal, and Jude Whipple has a point from an assist. Let's move on down to goalie play. Zach Fonsbeck has played in 2 games. Both of those were starts. He played the game against the Rampage, and he was in goal last Thursday against Station Camp, so his record on the season is 1-1. His record on the postseason is 1-1. He's played 82 minutes. Goals against average of 2.74. No shutouts. He's allowed 5 goals and 52 shots turned away. The other 47. His save percentage in the postseason so far is .904. Jack Carbonek has played in the other 2 games. The game against Indy and the winners bracket final against Station Camp. Both of those were starts, so his record 2-0. He played 84 minutes, the full 84 minutes. Goals against average of 4.29. No shutouts. He's allowed 8 goals and 51 shots turned away. The other 43, his save percentage in the postseason so far is .843. On to Station Camp Liberty Creek, coached by Keith Grooms. Open the Hine Cup with an 8-1 win over the Montgomery County Rangers on February the 3rd. Then on February the 10th, they beat Centennial FRA 4-3 in the winners bracket semifinals. Then lost to Father Ryan 10-6 in the winners bracket final on February 20th. Last Wednesday, they beat Brentwood 7-5 in the losers bracket final. And then last Thursday, won game 1 of the final against Father Ryan 4-2. Joey Siciliano, the leading scorer, he has 14 points from 9 goals and 5 assists. McLean Gregory, 7 points from 6 goals and an assist. Jaden Robertson, 7 points from 2 goals and 5 assists. Toby Mahaffey, 6 points from 2 goals and 4 assists. Andrew Groom, 6 points from 3 goals and 3 assists. Dom DeMaria, 5 points from 3 goals and 2 assists. Marshall McMurtry, 5 points from 2 goals and 3 assists. Dom Reitz and Mason Campbell each have 3 points from assists. Mac Miles has 2 points from a goal and an assist. Gracie Clark has 2 points from assists. Mikey Bernier has a point from a goal. And Aiden Kramer and Gavin Cole each have a point from an assist. On to goalie play. Carter Galeese has played in 4 games. 3 of those were starts. The 3 starts were against Centennial and both the Brentwood game and the Father Ryan game last Thursday. He came in relief of Keaton Howard in the first Father Ryan game on February 20th, and Station Camp never took the lead while he was in net, so it was a no decision. So his record in the postseason so far, 3-0-0. He's played nearly 163 minutes, goals against average of 4.39, no shutouts. He's allowed 17 goals and 90 shots, turned away the other 73. His save percentage in the postseason so far is .811. Keaton Howard has played in 2 games. Both of those were starts. His other start was the game against the Rangers on February 3rd, so his record in the postseason is 1-1-0, or 1-1. He's played just over 45.5 minutes, goals against average of 2.76, no shutouts. He's allowed 3 goals and 12 shots, turned away the other 9, and his save percentage in the postseason so far is .750. And that's the last time this season I'm gonna go over player stats. I wrote a short column on Saturday and published it to the Facebook page, or posted the link of the Facebook page. It's always weird when we get right to the end of the season. We've got tonight and then the All-Star game on Wednesday, and then we're finished. And it's always weird when the finish line is right at our feet. Carter Galeese going to start in goal for Station Camp. Jack Carpenet going to start in goal for Father Ryan for this first period. Station Camp will carry the puck by left to right. Father Ryan from right to left. It's the Hine Cup final if necessary game. Trophy's going home with someone and the game is underway. And the puck is in the Father Ryan zone in the left wing corner. Now in the far boards, comes up to the left point. Gavin Cole, a shot blocked, and it's carried out to center. And here's Gage Hart, right wing side of the Station Camp zone, gets to the front of the net. And he fell over trying to cut in front. Marshall McMurtry on the defending, or on the back check. Now the puck back in the Station Camp zone in the right wing corner. And we get a whistle. I think it may have gone out of play as they were trying to send it up to the right point of the Father Ryan zone. I think it may have been Ryan that put it out of play because they're dropping the puck to the left of Carpenet. We played 34 seconds of this first period. One by the Bison. Marshall McMurtry shot in the right point, blocked, goes out to center. And now here's Colin Sullivan jumping in at right wing side of the Station Camp zone. Pushed into the right wing corner boards, got by Gavin Cole. Oh, and Sullivan's stick broke. He has to go to the bench to get a new one. And he'll just go to the bench for a change as the puck is brought into the Father Ryan zone, and a shot on goal stopped and covered up by Karpanek. As the broken pieces of Sullivan's stick are collected and will be taken back to the Father Ryan bench. Draw is going to be to the right of Karpanek. It's Karpanek who is in goal for the February 20th meeting between these two. The draw is won by the Irish. Puck is behind the net. It's out on the far side, kept alive by Station Camp. Maneuver down into the left wing corner. Now Merrick McCullers collects it, and it'll be cleared out by Gage Hart. Michael Jaskowski clearing it out. And it is flipped back into the Father Ryan zone for an icing. McLean Gregory flipping it through the air from center behind the red line. 12:33 to go in the first and no goals on the board yet in the Hine Cup final if necessary game. Draw is going to be to the left of Carter Galeese. Drawing with the Irish. Noah Deffenbaugh shot blocked and comes over to the near side boards. Patrick McCarthy clears it out of the zone, and he and Curtis Newman were battling for the puck with their sticks in the air, and it goes into the scorekeeper box. Actually, I think it ended up in the Father Ryan penalty box. They toss it back in. Draw is going to be right at center ice. Bison with a puck off the draw. They get it into the Father Ryan zone, immediately cleared out by Curtis Newman, sent back in from center by Patrick McCarthy. It's coming around to the far side. Gracie Clark trying to back in it to the front of the net. And the Irish steal, and they bring it to center. It's Newman. Into the Station Camp zone on the right wing side. Goes below the goal line, pushed into the boards. And Mikey Bernier with the puck, passes ahead, Gracie Clark. Clark out at center. Hands it off at the Father Ryan blue line to Patrick McCarthy, and he whiffed on a shot twice, had it stolen away, taken back by, I think, Joey Siciliano, and he fires it past the net to the left of Carbonek. Yes, it was Siciliano. Now the puck comes around on the near side, and it is dumped back down low from the right point by Patrick McCarthy. And the puck goes past Aiden Kramer on its way out of the zone. Icing waved off against the Irish, who are making a change. Puck out at center, Siciliano. Back into the Father Ryan zone over on the left wing side. Backhands it to the left wing corner. It's coming around the kick plate to the near side. And here's a shot from the right point. And Marshall McMurtry that goes past the net to the left of Carpenek. Now the puck coming around to the far side. Hudson Laux trying to get it out. It's knocked away from him. Cleared out eventually by Merrick McCullers, but sent back into the Father Ryan zone by the Bison. Here's Brendan Malloy. Passing across to the near side. Cleared out. And Hudson Laux, left wing side of the station camp zone. Down the boards. Marshall McMurtry pushes him into the inboards. Loose puck picked up behind the net by Gage Hart. Tried to drop it back behind the net. Laux back in his skates. Comes out bottom of the right circle and shoots it past the net. Actually shot it behind the net. Puck comes up to the left point. Brendan Malloy's shot takes a deflection and goes to the right wing corner. It's out on the far boards. Here's Holt Thompson trying to put it out in front. He whiffed on the pass attempt. Puck in the right wing corner. And Andrew Grooms is going to clear it out. Up the far side it goes, and this will be an icing against Station Camp. 9:57 to go in the first. Zip, zip. We've only got one shot on goal. That was that one little shot that Jack Carpenek stopped and covered up when Station Camp brought the puck into the zone. I think nearly 90 seconds into the first. Draws to the left of Galeese. It's won by the Bison. Puck coming around to the near side. Sent back the other way by Sam Halloran. Fired around the boards to the far side, and McLean Gregory is going to clear it. Brendan Malloy is going to catch up to it right before the Father Ryan goal line. Send it around to the near side. Irish trying to get it out. They do. Puck trickles back into the Station Camp zone. Gavin Cole immediately gets it out. It's back in the Father Ryan end. Curtis Newman with it. Sends it over to the far side. Colin Sullivan. Passing it ahead to Sam Halloran at center. Halloran brought it. Oh, it jumped around on Halloran's stick a bit. And he brought it into the Station Camp zone, but Parker Causey had gone in ahead and triggered the offside whistle. 9:13 to go in the first, and we're still looking for the game's first goal. Draw on the dot in front of the Station Camp bench. Won by the Bison. Father Ryan take it, send it into the Bison zone. Oh, and a pass goes off the stick of Dom Reitz, comes on goal. Carter Galisa to knock it away. Now Sullivan with it. Oh, but he has it stolen away by Joyce Siciliano. Siciliano out at center. Now on the left wing side of the Father Ryan zone. Goes to the inboards, trying to put it out in front for Dom DeMaria. Couldn't get a stick on it. Held in Gavin Coley, shot through traffic, misses the net to the left of Carpenek. And then DeMaria one times it off the outside of the post to the left of Carpenek. Here's Curtis Newman back in the Station Camp zone on the right wing side, trying to back in it to the front of the net. It's stopped by Newman, and it took 5.5 minutes for Father Ryan to get a shot on goal. Stopped by Galise, I should say. Now another shot at the other end by Station Camp, but to be turned away by Father Ryan. So it took them over 4 minutes to get a second shot on goal. Had to be turned away by Carbonek, excuse me. Now here's Gage Hart back in the Station Camp zone down the right wing boards. Round the back of the net. Comes out to the left wing side. Up against the boards there too. He decides to drop the puck back down low. Sent back out up the near side by Holt Thompson. Held in left point. Oh! And Thomas McTaskey whipped on the shot attempt. Held on to the puck. Sent it down the boards. Intercepted and cleared out by Dom DeMaria. And icing waved off because the puck slowed way down. McTaskey started to catch up to it. Now here's Gage Hart bringing it back into the station camp zone. Puck poked off his stick. He'll catch up to it at the left point, send it down the wall to the left wing corner, and Laux. Puck comes up to the left point. Oh, and not a very hard shot by Thomas McTaskney. Laux holds it into the slot shot, score! Hudson Laux from the high slot takes a shot that goes into the roof of the net. And it's 1-0 Father Ryan with 7:23 to go in the first. So McTaskney taking a shot that he topped with the bottom of his stick blade, pushed it down the slot. Station Camp tried to clear, but Laux held it in and scores on the shot. And it is 1-0 Father Ryan. And the draw is won by the Irish. Oh, but taken away. Here's a shot. Jaden Robertson stopped. Jaden Robertson with a steal inside the Father Ryan slot. Took a shot that was knocked down by the glove of Carbonek, and he covered. So Station Camp nearly tying the game 13 seconds after going down 1-0, but Jack Carbonek standing tall in goal here. Draw is going to be to his left. Won by the Bison, puck dumped down low. Irish trying to get it out, they do. Puck in the Station Camp zone is going to get there first. It's coming on goal. Carter Gallese taps it away. Oh, but he almost gave it right to Hudson Laux, who was in front and had a bit of a wide open net to shoot out, but he couldn't get the shot away. Brendan Malloy shoots it wide of the net from the left point. But Carter Gallese with a nearly disastrous giveaway at his own net. Now Holt Thompson backhanding the puck out in front. Held in by Malloy. Here's Curtis Newman. Shot in the right circle. Turned away by Gallese. And the Bison get it out. Now here's McLean Gregory trying to dump it back into the Father Ryan zone. He does. Up. And I blew the whistle for, I think it was offside against Station Camp, I guess. 6:19 to go in the first. 1-0 Father Ryan. Draw is going to be on the dot in front of the Irish bench. Bison win the draw. Turned over to the Irish, but then turned back over to the Bison. Here's Marshall McMurtry at center. Had it poked off his stick, but picked up Domino Maria. He brings it into the Father Ryan zone. Shot in the high slot over the net. Joyce Siciliano takes a shot in the bottom of the left circle. Turned away by Carbonek. Either that or was blocked. Now the puck sliding back into the Bison zone. Caught up to by Colin Sullivan. Comes around to the right wing side. Now Sam Halloran brings the puck out to the right wing side. Trying to go to the slot, passes out left point, top of the left circle, shot from Brendan Malloy, stopped by Gallese, and he's got it underneath him to get the whistle. 5:35 to go in the first. 1-0 Father Ryan. Draw is going to be to the right of Gallese. Won by Father Ryan. Puck sent around won by the Station Camp. Puck sent around the boards to the far side. And Toby Mahaffey carries it out to center. Now McLean Gregory trying to catch up to it on the right wing side of the Father Ryan zone. Irish take it away and clear. Bison with it at center. Gavin Cole ahead to Mahaffey. Left wing side of the Father Ryan zone, and it poked off his stick. Now here's Noah Deffenbaugh up, offside. Michael Jaskowski came over the line as Deffenbaugh was bringing the puck in. Draw is going to be on the dot in front of the Station Camp bench. Won by the Irish. Gage Hart sends it to the inboards. Puck coming around to the far side. Now a redirect by Hart from the bottom of the right circle. Misses the net to the left of Galeese. Its centering pass came from Holt Thompson. Now here's Kevin Thornburg. No, I'm sorry, it's Danny Levy trying to put it in front. Puck comes back up to the blue line. Right point, and a shot misses the net to the left of Galeese from Hudson Laux. Now a shot from the left wing boards by Merrick McCullers. Stopped by Galeese, who was laying down to the crease. And the Bison have to ice the rebound to get it out of the zone. 4:27 to go in the first. Still 1-0 Father Ryan. Draw is going to be to the right of Galeese. Won by the Bison. Dom DeMaria carries it out to center. Passes to his left. Andrew Groom shoots it past the net to the left of Karpanek as soon as he crosses the blue line. Bison get it again. And they go back across. Oh, and Mikey Bernier from the bottom of the right circle shooting it past the net to the left of Karpanek. There's a tic-tac-toe between DeMaria, and Grooms. Now DeMaria passes to the slot. Andrew Grooms trying to find some space. Couldn't get to the net. Puck goes to the left wing corner boards. Picked up. And a shot from Joey Siciliano, I think, was blocked. Puck comes back to the left circle, and a shot from Grooms. He didn't get a lot of power on it. And they are saying that Karpanek stopped that shot from Siciliano. Puck comes back into the Bison zone. No icing. Sam Halloran puts it out in the slot. Went off the skate of Colin Sullivan. Held into the right point and dumped back down low by Parker Causey. And Causey tried to pass to the slot, hit the inside of the right skate blade of Aiden Kramer. Now Kramer with a steal. And the puck cleared out by Dom DeMaria. Puck back in the Father Ryan zone, immediately past the center, and Sullivan up too hard off his stick. He'll dump it into the station camp zone and go to the bench for a change. Here's Joey Siciliano. Back in the Father Ryan zone on the left wing side, taking a shot. Oh, it hit the outside of the post to the right of Karpanek. Now it's in the left wing corner. Cleared out by Father Ryan. Deflected right back into the Father Ryan zone by Mahaffey. McCullers gets to it. Puck out on the far side. Irish trying to get it out. And they do. And it bounced off a bunch of legs on its way out, so icing waved off. Dane Kramer picks it up inside the station camp zone. Passes up the far side. McLean Gregory passing it ahead to, I think it's Mahaffey. Now McMurtry, a one-timer on the right point of the Father Ryan zone, goes flying over the net. Puck out at center. McMurtry. Back across to the far side, Jaden Robertson. Cross corner dump in, back into the Father Ryan zone. Irish immediately trying to get it out again. Held in right point by McMurtry. Shot was knocked down by the left hand of McCullers. Puck out at center. Here's Holt Thompson back in the station camp zone. Tried to maneuver around a defender, and Dane Kramer took the puck off of him. Puck in the left wing corner. Back in and out to the slot. Here's Brendan Malloy. A shot turned away by Galeese. Actually, he's got it in the glove, and he'll hang on for the whistle. Minute 40 to go in the first, to 1-0. Father Ryan. Draw is going to be to Galeese's right. Oh, and draw one by the Bison, but it comes to Holt Thompson. He gets up a little backhanded flick, stopped and held on to by Galeese. They'll drop it to his right again. Draw is one by the Irish. Shot, score! Laux from the top of the left circle. Takes a shot, then rises and goes in off the inside of the post to the right of Galeese. He's got both of the Irish's goals, and it's 2-0 Father Ryan with 93 seconds to go in the first. Puck in the Father Ryan zone off the draw. They bring it out to center. Gage Hart dumps it into the Station Camp zone. And it's an icing. He was just behind the red line when he sent it down. Draw is going to be to the right of Karpanek. Father Ryan win the draw, get it out of the zone. Marshall McMurtry sends it back in. Irish immediately clear it back out. Sent back into the Station Camp zone. Gavin Cole picks it up on the near side. Last minute of the first. Sends it to center off the stick of Danny Libby. Now it's picked up Joey Siciliano, right wing side of the Father Ryan zone. Shot, score! Puck went off the stick of Libby. Siciliano carries it down the right wing and fires it into the bottom corner on the right-hand side of the net. And Station Camp get on the board with 51.5 seconds to go in the first. It's 2-1 Irish. Draw one by Station Camp, and it's dumped on goal from center by McMurtry, stopped and covered up by Karpanek. Draw will be to Karpanek's left. As that woken up the Bison offense. They were kind of lethargic there for a bit. Bison get it around the far boards. Now the Father Ryan with it. 30 seconds left in the period. Hudson Laux. Head to Gage Hart at center. Hart, left wing side of the Station Camp zone. Could not get around the back, checking Marshall McMurtry, who's going to end up icing the puck. Nope, they waved it off. They waved off the icing. Merrick McCullers banks the puck off the far boards and out. Back in the Station Camp end, offside called against Father Ryan. Hudson Laux touching it up after he'd gotten over the blue line. So 4.2 seconds to go in the first. 2-1 Father Ryan. Draws on the dot in front of the bleachers across from the Station Camp bench. Won by the Bison. They'll fire it down ice. Icing, but the clock has run down to 0. Well, Hudson Laux scored near the halfway point of the first. Then he scored again just over 6 or 7 minutes later to make it 2-0 Father Ryan. But then Joey Siciliano scoring inside the final minute of the first. And so Father Ryan leads Station Camp Liberty Creek 2-1 after 1 in the Hine Cup final if necessary game. Ready to start the second period. Jack Karpanek still in goal for Father Ryan. Carter Galise still in goal for Station Camp for the second period. Father Ryan will carry the puck from my left to right. Station Camp from my right to left. Again, we'll have an ice cut after this second period. Puck dumped into the Station Camp zone to start the second. Comes around to the near side boards. And held in at the right point and sent back down low by Curtis Newman. Newman again with it right point. Moving down the wall, passing it down towards the right wing corner. Now the puck banked off the far boards again by Station Camps. They try and get it out, held in by Newman. Now the Bison finally get it out of the zone. Puck out on the far boards at center. Sam Halloran dumps it back into the Station Camp zone. It's coming around to the right wing corner. And Irish holding it into the blue line. Brendan Malloy, a shot, hit a skate, and they score! Hit a skate, came over to the bottom of the right circle, and Colin Sullivan passed it across to the right-hand side of the net. And it was knocked in by Sam Halloran. And just 65 seconds into the second, Father Ryan go back up 2. It's 3-1 Irish with 12:55 to go in the second. Puck back in the Station Camp zone. Bison come up with it, and they'll ice it. Father Ryan Wynn draws to the right of Gleason. Father Ryan Wynn, they'll become the 6th team in GNASH history to have won the Predators and Hine Cups. The other 5 in that list have all won the GNASH, Predators, and Hine Cups. Father Ryan have never won the GNASH Cup. Off the draw, Hudson Laux with a shot that's blocked. He's looking for a hat trick. Now Troy Siciliano brings the puck to center and with one hand dumps it into the Father Ryan zone. Puck behind the net. Here's Merrick McCullers. Sending it the other way. It's back in the Station Camp zone. Dane Kramer, and it knocked off his stick. Gage Hart around the back of the net. Backhands it up to the left point. Merrick McCullers, shot blocked. Puck out at center, picked up Siciliano, right wing side of the Father Ryan zone. Going to the front of the net, the backhander stopped by Carbonek, and the puck was under him, but it came loose. The official referee never blew the whistle, even though it was under Carbonek and then came out from under him. Father Ryan sent it back into the Station Camp zone, cleared up by the Bison. Now it's back in the Father Ryan end on the right wing side. Picked up, shot in the right circle. Blockered away by Carbonek. That was from Marshall McMurtry. And Father Ryan will ice the puck here. 11:42 to go in the second. They're leading 3-1, but oh boy, Jack Carbonek having to make a big stop. Stoa just about 45 seconds ago on Joey Siciliano to keep the Irish up 2. Draw is going to be to his right. One by the Bison, and a shot from Dom Reitz off the right leg pad of Carbonek. Comes out to the slot. McLean Gregory, shot in the left circle. Stopped and covered up by Carbonek. They'll drop it to his right again. It's one by the Bison. McLean Gregory's shot hit a skate, went into the left wing corner. Coming around to the near side, Noah Deffenbaugh. Passing it ahead, carried out to center, Gavin Thornburg. With a slap dump on goal, it'll be turned away by Gleason. Now the puck out at center, sent back the other way by Father Ryan. Here's Gavin Thornburg having it poked off his stick. It's back in the Station Camp zone and sent around the boards to the near side. Held in left point, Gavin Cole. Carrying it down the left wing, will go to the inboards. Behind the net. Trying to come out in front with it. He'll go the other way. Cole again with it, passing up to the right point. Dom Reitz passing it back down to the inboards. Picked up Jaden Robertson. Passes up above the top of the left circle. McLean Gregory, slap shot, missed the net to the right of Carbonek. Here's Gavin Cole behind the net. Now passed up to the left point. McGregory again, a shot hit the skate, I think, of Thomas McTastney and went past the net to the left of Carbonek. Now a shot from the left circle, and Toby Mahaffey missed the net to the right of Karpanek. Gavin Thornburg trying to clear, held into the right point and dumped back down low by Dom Reitz. Puck is behind the net, Toby Mahaffey. Backhanding it up, right point, sent to the front of the net, blocked in front. Where's the loose puck? Oh, I thought a shot from Robertson. I think Robertson stopped and covered up by Karpanek. And now Thomas McTasney having to be pulled away from Robertson. 9:53 to go in the second. 3-1 Father Ryan. Draws to Karpanek's right. It's won by Father Ryan. Parker Causey trying to get it around to the far boards. He's knocked down. Now McCullers. Merrick McCullers banking it off the far boards. Held in at the right point again. Puck in the right wing corner. Puck picked up by Brendan Malloy. Passed ahead to Colin Sullivan at center. Sullivan left wing side of the station camp zone. A shot blocked. Puck goes over the net. Lands back in play, or lands still in play, I should say. Father Ryan tried to put the puck in front of shot, score! It's Sam Halloran again from the left circle, firing it into the back of the net for his second goal of the game and his second straight. And it's 4-1 Father Ryan with 9:06 to go in the second. And this Father Ryan team is playing more like the Father Ryan team from the winners bracket final on February 20th between these two. Puck back in the Father Ryan zone. Andrew Grooms behind the net. Passing out towards the blue line. Oh, Mikey Bernier couldn't keep it in. Went off his stick and trickled out of the zone. Colin Sullivan at center. Back in the station camp zone on the left wing side. Backhanding it down to the inboards. Now Parker Causey comes out to the right wing side, gets knocked down. And the Bison will clear the puck out. It's going to come on goal. Karpanek will stop it. Passed ahead to Brendan Malloy, ahead to Parker Causey. Now sent over to Sam Halloran, who deflects the puck, redirects the puck into the station camp zone, and he'll go to the bench for a change. Joey Siciliano through center, back into the Father Ryan zone on the right wing side, taking a shot. Ooh, it hit off the top of the crossbar and went into the netting above the glass. 8:10 to go in the second. 4-1 Father Ryan. Draw is going to be to the left of Karpanek. Won by the Bison. Shot in the right point. Takes a deflection off of Father Ryan's stick. The stick of Hudson Laux came on goal to be stopped and covered up by Karpanek. That was Marshall McMurtry taking the initial shot from the right point. Hudson Laux trying to redirect it past the net. Actually redirected it on goal. Draws to the left of Karpanek. Won by the Bison. McMurtry shot in the right point, blocked. Holt Thompson chasing after it. He made the block. Now he's got it in the station camp zone. Takes a shot and had to be blocked away by Carter Galeese. But he had a man all over him up, and he and McMurtry are battling in that right wing corner. He'd drawn a penalty against McMurtry. Now he might be going into the box himself. So McMurtry and Thompson will both be sent to the box. So it'll stay 5-on-5, I'm guessing. 7:52 to go in the second. 4-1. Father Ryan leading. Will pull up the box score here and see what it says. I'm sure it's... Wait a minute. There should be an extra penalty against McMurtry, because they were going to call one before they started battling in that right wing corner. Oh, it's 5-on-5, okay. So McMurtry gets a hooking, and Thompson gets called for roughing. Both those penalties with 7:52 to go in the second. Father Ryan up 4-1, so no power play for the Irish. Those are the first two penalties of the game, by the way. And now the Father Ryan bench getting an explanation, I'm sure, as to why they did not call McMurtry for roughing as well and why he doesn't have a double minor and why the Irish aren't on the power play right now. Draw is going to be to the right of Laux. One by the Irish, shot from Denny Levy in the high slot, gloved and held onto by Laux. They'll drop it to his right again. Draw one by Station Camp. They get it out of the zone. Oh, but kept alive at the blue line. Gage Hart carrying it down the right wing, taking a shot that's blocked. And he's pushed off the puck. And the Bison get it out. Puck back in the Father Ryan zone. Caught up to by Curtis Newman. He'll pass it up the far side. It's near the Station Camp blue line. Joey Siciliano grabs it. Goes into the zone with it. Fires it up the far side. McLean Gregory will slap it back into the Father Ryan zone. Here's Toby Mahaffey backhanding it over to the far side. Hudson Laux tried to clear it out, held into the blue line. Gavin Cole had it knocked off his stick. It's cleared out by Father Ryan. Toby Mahaffey out at center. He'll bring it back in on the right wing side. Mahaffey taking a shot, blockered away by Karpanek. McLean Gregory, a shot, hit the high part of the post to the right of Karpanek. And Father Ryan ended up icing the puck as McLean Gregory nearly brought Station Camp back within two. 4-1 Father Ryan with 6:42 to go in the second. Draw to the left of Karpanek. One by Station Camp, but taken away by the Irish, Sam Halloran. Left wing side of the Station Camp zone. Lost the puck to Mikey Bernier on the back check. Halloran trying to get it back. And then Halloran took a shot, I think. Took a stick or something because he was on one knee, and now he is just about limping his way back to the Father Ryan bench. Hudson Laux will come on in his place. Puck back in the Irish zone. And the puck cleared out by the Irish. Here's Merrick McCullers at center. Brings it back into the Station Camp zone on the left wing side. Tried to pass the slot, but unable to get his stick on it was Noah Deffenbaugh. Puck dumped back into the Father Ryan zone from center by Patrick McCarthy. Jaden Robertson fell over in the left circle. Gage Hart will carry the puck out past dead to Colin Sullivan at the Station Camp blue line. Sullivan left wing side of the Bison zone. Got some room to the net shot, score! Colin Sullivan fires the puck into the back of the net. And now it's 5-1 Father Ryan with 5:37 to go in the second. Draw in by Station Camp. They dump it into the Father Ryan zone. Curtis Newman with a puck. Banks it off the near boards and out. It's back in the Station Camp zone for a moment. Bison got it out of there. Now Curtis Newman. Almost giving it away to Toby Mahaffey inside his own zone. Mahaffey with a steal. Passing it out to the blue line, Gavin Cole. Carrying it down the left wing. Trying to put it out in front. McLean Gregory with a redirect right into the glove of Karpanek. 4:53 to go in the second. 5-1 Father Ryan. And Boyer Station Camp going to need that intermission, because they are getting whipped. There is no other word for it. Draw is to the right of Karpanek. Won by the Bison, but they give it away at center. Noah Deffenbaugh, left wing side of the Station Camp zone. Backhands it behind the net. And it'll be brought out to center by the Bison. Now McLean Gregory, left wing side of the Father Ryan zone, dumps it down towards the inboards. Toby Mahaffey passing out to the high slot. Andrew Grooms, the shot stopped and held on to by Karpanek. 4:16 to go in the second. Still 5-1 Father Ryan. Draws to Karpanek's right. Won by Station Camp. Oh, just Siciliano went to shoot it, and the puck got away from him. Now Hudson Laux back in the Station Camp zone on the left wing side, going to the boards. Gets the puck over to the near side. And a recurring attempt held in by Laux, but then taken away from him and cleared. Here's Merrick McCullers inside his zone, trying to fire it up the far side. Hit down to Maria, stays in the zone. Joey Siciliano trying to go to the front of the net. A backhander stopped and covered up by Karpanek at his left-hand post. 3:43 to go in the second. 5-1 Father Ryan. Draws to the left of Karpanek. Won by the Bison, and a shot from the right point. And Marshall McMurtry blocked. I'm sorry, it was Andrew Grooms blocked, and the puck cleared out. Now here's Hudson Laux, left wing side of the Station Camp zone. Turns around, gets up a shot. Stopped by Galise, and into the netting above the glass it goes. Laux looking for that hat trick. Carter Galise denying him. Draw is going to be to Galise's left. Draw one by the Bison. Passed ahead to Joey Siciliano at center. Siciliano, right wing side of the Father Ryan zone. Hands it off to Toby Mahaffey. Couldn't keep it. He'll backhand it up to the right point. Mikey Bernier. Siciliano, top of the left circle, a shot. Turned away by Karpanek. Puck comes back up to Bernier, right point. He tries to fire it down the wall. Went off the stick of Hudson Laux. Now it's out in front. Nobody in a white Station Camp sweater can get there. Actually, it's Liberty Creek sweater. And the puck is cleared out by the Irish. Now Thomas McTasney forcing a steal at center. Puck back in the Station Camp zone. Cleared out by Siciliano. McTasney with it again. Passes to the far side. Dumped back into the Bison zone, but having to get back on side was Laux. Now here's Siciliano back at center. Back into the Father Ryan zone on the right wing. Seconds off a shot that goes off a stick and past the net to the left of Siciliano. Karpanek. Big battle for the puck on the near side boards. Siciliano comes out with it. Puck gets away from him. Held into the blue line by Bernier, and he sends it down towards the right wing corner. Mahaffey with it. Mahaffey putting it in front. McLean Gregory, one times it. Wide, high and wide to the left of Karpanek. Shot from the right point by Bernier, blocked, and then another shot from the right circle. Misses the net to the left of Karpanek. And Colin Sullivan brings the puck out to center. But then it's taken back from him by Siciliano and brought back into the Father Ryan zone offside as Toby Mahaffey had not gotten out. Minute 43 to go. In the second, still 5-1. Father Ryan, and it looks like Marshall McMurtry is serving a 2-10. Yeah, he's serving a 2-10 for unsportsmanlike. He got a 10-minute misconduct for unsportsmanlike conduct when he and Holt Thompson got into that scuffle. Draw on the dot in front of the station camp bench. Won by the Bison, dumped into the Father Ryan zone. Puck in the left wing corner, passed up to the left point. And Aiden Kramer, his shot was slowed up by Gage Hart. Now Hart back in the Bison zone. Pushed into the boards by Andrew Grooms. Puck out on the far side. Here's Hudson Laux. Laux had the puck poked away from him. And now here's Jaden Robertson through center into the Father Ryan zone. Great back checking by Brendan Malloy to poke it off him. Dom DeMaria picks it up, but has to go out wide. Tries to put it in front. There's going to be a penalty against the Irish. Last minute of the second. Here's a one-time from Andrew Grooms to the blue line. Misses the net to the left of Karpanek. Now Grooms again. Taking a shot in the right circle. Misses the net to the right of Karpanek. Held in by Dane Kramer. Puck behind the net. Put out in front. Held into the blue line. Now McLean Gregory, a shot. Stopped. Rebound, score. Dom DeMaria. Puck came out to the slot, and DeMaria knocks it into the roof of the net. And the Bison will not get a power play, but they'll trade it for a goal to settle things down. It's 5-2 Father Ryan with exactly 31 seconds to go. 5-2 Father Ryan with exactly 31 seconds to go in the second. Draw one by the Irish. Less than 30 seconds to go in the second. Danny Libby backhands the puck into the station camp zone. It's behind the net. Now it's out on the far side. Bison bring it out to center. Now Joey Siciliano, right wing side of the Father Ryan zone. Couldn't hang on to the puck. Parker Causey will clear it out. Now Colin Sullivan, left wing side of the station camp zone. A shot gloved by Galeese. He'll drop it, and that's it for the second. And both teams will head back to the locker room for the ice cut. Well, Father Ryan dominated this second period. Sam Halloran scored twice. Colin Sullivan also got on the board. But with just 31 seconds to go in the second, Dom DeMaria stopped the bleeding and got Station Camp within 3. And so Father Ryan now leads Station Camp 5-2 after 2 in the Henry Hine Cup final if necessary game. So the goals for Father Ryan, 2 from Hudson Laux, 2 from Sam Halloran, and the other from and Station Camp's goals from Joey Siciliano and Dom DeMaria. And Gage Hart was going to be called for interference had the Bison not scored to cancel that out. All right, so normally I'd step away from the microphone and give myself a break, but first we're going to go over the All-Star rosters because those were released yesterday. Again, the All-Star game is on Wednesday night. And by the way, the Father Ryan and Station Camp players that got elected to it are going to play together. They're going to play together. So once again, it's going to be the Dixie Flyers versus the Knights. hockey heritage from the 60s. So the Dixie Flyers will be the visiting team. Their coaching staff will consist of Keith Grooms, Kyle Dora, who are coaching against each other in this Hine Cup final if necessary game, and Ravenwood's James Gately. So we'll go over the starters first. Colin Gower of Ravenwood is going to be the starting goalie. That's kind of a surprise, considering that he was usurped for the starting role by Reese McKenzie pretty much as the season went on. Starting defenseman will be Zach Ellis from Summit Page and Zeke Landcamer from Ravenwood. Plenty of Ravenwood representation in this game. Plenty of Summit Page representation in this game. The forwards, starting forwards for the Dixie Flyers, Jacob Rodriguez and Hunter Haley from Summit Page. And Joey Siciliano, he is the only Station Camp Liberty Creek representative in the All-Star game at the moment. The reserve goalies, Andrew Sally from Brentwood and Brady Tessier from Summit Page. Andrew Sally, one of just 2 Brentwood players to be voted into the All-Star game. That would not have happened 10 years ago. Reserve defensemen for the Dixie Flyers, Curtis Newman and Hudson Laux from Father Ryan, Quinn Spencer and Josh Yurievich from Franklin, Jonah Ferguson from Summit Page, and Cannon Kaiser from Ravenwood. And the reserve forwards for the Dixie Flyers, Jack Schultz from Brentwood, Colin Sullivan and Gage Hart from Father Ryan, Ryan Mannion from Franklin. Bobby Campbell's the only Mount Juliet Wilson Central Green Hill representative in this game. Summit Page is Madden Chandler, Jake Farrell, and Keaton Moffitt from Ravenwood, and Josh Kane from the Tennessee Outlaws. He's the Outlaws' only representative in this game. Now on to the Knights. Their coaching staff will be Tim McAllister from Innsworth, Nowensville, Lipscomb, Max Wutzke from Montgomery Bell, and Mike Jones from the Rutherford Rampage. Hunter Wick from MBA will be their starting goalie. Starting defenseman will be Michael DeTillo, also from MBA, and Hudson Honeybone from Innsworth, Nowensville, Lipscomb. Starting forwards, Clayton Roach from JP2MLK, and 2 other MBA players, Matthew Moore and Trace Graham. The reserve goalies will be Drew Stratton from Centennial FRA and Bingston Soundara from Innsworth, Nowensville, Lipscomb. Of course, Bingston was the Mitchell Melnick MVP winner in last week's Preds Cup final. Reserve defenseman Blake Butcher from Centennial FRA, James Lehrman from MBA, Colin Smith from Hendersonville Beach Lawson, Nick Hollis from JP2MLK, Henry Cravens from Innsworth, Nowensville, Lipscomb, Brendan Tellez from the Rutherford Rampage. He is the Rampage's only representative in this game. Forwards, Landon Croft and Merrick Mott from Hendersonville Beach Lawson. From Independence BA USN Nashville Christian, Barrett Teasdale, Landrick Majewski, and Bryson Patton. I'm quite surprised Barrett Teasdale got voted into the All-Star game, considering he served a 7-game suspension during the regular season. And also, some of the things he did in the All-Star game last year, people weren't very happy with him, so I'm kind of surprised he got back in. Also, Ethan Sides from MBA, P.J. Burns, the first ever Montgomery County Ranger to be voted into the All-Star game. He is the Rangers' only representative. And the other reserve forwards, Trex Hooper and Spencer Kern from Innsworth, Nowensville, Lipscomb. Gideon Drobnik was voted in as a forward from Hendersonville Beach Lawson, and Carter Morrison was voted in as a defenseman from Hendersonville Beach Lawson, but both of those players had to decline participation, which is sad in Carter Morrison's case because he's a senior, and that would have been his farewell game. But his GNASH career is over. So those are the 2025 GNASH All-Stars. Again, these lineups, these rosters can change over the next 48 hours or so. The game will be, or 22 and a half hours or so. The game will be at 6 p.m. on Wednesday right here on Rink A at Centennial. And MTSN's coverage will begin at 5:55 p.m. All right, 10 minutes left in the intermission between the second and third periods here in the Henry Hine Cup final if necessary game. Father Ryan leading Station Camp Liberty Creek 5-2. If you're listening live, I'm going to turn down the mic and leave it down and come back with 1 minute left in the intermission. But if you're listening on the podcast, we're going to go ahead and jump ahead to that last minute in the intermission before the start of the third period. Again, Father Ryan leading Station Camp Liberty Creek 5-2 after 2 in the Henry Hine Cup final if necessary game. All right, folks, we're going to cut the intermission short. Both teams are already back out on the ice. And I said right before I turned the mic off, the All-Star rosters might change over the next little bit. Yeah, I'm hearing that there have been changing throughout the weekend with players opting out because of injuries and other stuff. So they're going to look very different from what I just read, I guess. Ready to start the third period. Carter Galise still in goal for Station Camp. Jack Carbonek still in goal for Father Ryan. For this third period, Station Camp will carry the puck my left to right, Father Ryan from my right to left. If Station come back, tie the game, and we finish the third tied, we're off to a 14-minute 5-on-5 sudden death overtime. And if that doesn't solve it, a shootout would determine who would win the Henry Hine Cup. Puck out in front of the Father Ryan net. And the Irish come up with it and clear. Dane Kramer at center, backhands it back into the Father Ryan zone. And unable to get to it in the slot was, I think it may have been Toby Mahaffey. Father Ryan clearing the puck out again. Mahaffey carries it back into his own zone, fires it across to the near side. Andrew Grooms passes over Dane Kramer. Kramer has it go off his stick, back into the Father Ryan zone. Irish immediately clear it out. And now here's Sam Halloran up. Chance it for the backhander. Oh, he had the net wide open for his hat trick, and he missed. Carlisa drifted too far to his right, left the net open. And when Halloran went to go to his backhand, he pushed the puck past the net to the left of Galise. Wow. He should have finished the hat trick there. Puck back inside the Bison zone and carried out to center. Joey Siciliano. Siciliano, right wing side of the Father Ryan zone. Puck got away from him, came on goal, steered away by Carbonek. Now here's Parker Causey back into the Station Camp zone. Puck poked off his stick on the back check. He's got it behind the net, puts it out in front. Hudson Laux shot from the slot, went off his stick, and went off the skate of Causey past the net to the right of Galise. Clearing attempt knocked down by Jaskowski. Causey brought down by Aiden Kramer. Now the puck sent around the boards to the near side. Oh, and it comes to Jaskowski in the slot. Now he's got it along the near boards. Now Jaskowski comes out in front, but he loses the puck. Aiden Kramer tries to clear, kept alive at the right point by Merrick McCullers, and then taken away and brought out Dom DeMaria, left wing side of the Father Ryan zone. DeMaria pushed into the boards by Hudson Laux. Jaden Robertson behind the net, knocked down. He's a big boy. Oh, knocking him down is no mean feat. He's the tallest player. He may be the tallest player in GNASH. Puck dumped back into the Bison zone. Joey Siciliano clears it out. Taken back at center by the Irish, sent back into the Station Camp zone. Here's Mikey Bernier passing it up the far side. Sent back the other way by Curtis Newman. Now Gage Hart, right wing side of the Station Camp zone. A shot gloved and held on to by Galise. 11:16 to go in regulation. 5-2 Father Ryan. Draws to Laux' left. And Galise's left. I don't know why I said Laux. I was watching Hudson Laux. I meant Galise. Laux having to race back to the bench because Father Ryan had 6 guys out there. Draw one by the Irish. Puck is behind the Station Camp net. Sent around to the near side, held into the left point. Thomas McTasney shot over the net. McLean Gregory tries to clear it out. Hit off Curtis Newman and comes to Gage Hart, who had to carry it out to center. Now here's Curtis Newman back inside his own zone. Sending it to the near side boards. Put back behind the net for Newman. Passed ahead to Sam Halloran. Halloran passing it over to the far side. Colin Sullivan picks it up right wing side of the Station Camp zone in front of backhander. Stop by Galise. Rebound to the crease loose. Gage Hart scores. Galise was laying down on his stomach, and Hart flips it over him into the back of the net, and it's 6-2 Father Ryan with 10:26 to go in regulation, and it feels like that might really be it now. Draw one by the Irish. Michael Jaskoski dumps the puck into the station camp zone. Hudson Laux in the right wing corner. Trying to put it out in front, hit the back of the net. Laux will get to it on the right wing side, back into down into the right wing corner. Parker Causey puts it out in front. Brendan Malloy, a shot stopped and held on to by Laux. Father Ryan are a goal away from making it 7-2. That was the final of the 2013 Hine Cup final between Montgomery Bell and FRA. I think it was Lipscomb. FRA Lipscomb. NBA won that game. The first time they ever won a GNASH trophy. And they're one of those 5 teams that I mentioned that have won the Hine and Predators Cups, but they've also won a GNASH Cup. Again, Father Ryan have never won the GNASH Cup. Draws to the right of Laux, won by Station Camp. Well, actually won by Father Ryan, but taken away by Station Camp. Brought into the Father Ryan zone on the left wing side. Joyce Siciliano trying to pass across to Dom DeMaria. Puck out in the right wing corner. It's put out in front, and Hudson Laux intercepts, carries to center, passes over Michael Jaskoski. Jaskoski into the Station Camp zone on the right wing side, backhands it to the end boards. Now Brendan Malloy behind the net. Tried to backhand it out in front, went off a Station Camp stick and off the back netting. Now Malloy again, trying to put it out in front. Jaskoski had it knocked away by Dane Kramer. And Joey Siciliano will carry the puck out to center. Siciliano had it poked off his stick. Malloy picks it up. Backhands it back into the Station Camp zone. Bison with it, McLean Gregory. Across to the far side. And Joey Siciliano lost it. Puck on the near side. McLean Gregory sending it back towards the Father Ryan zone. Irish with it. Now Merrick McCullers shoots it on goal from center. Gloved and dropped by Laux. Now McLean Gregory, left wing side of the Father Ryan zone. Brought down by Gavin Thornburg, who's going to go to the box for it. Carter Laux comes to the bench for the extra attacker. Shot from Mikey Bernier, misses the net to the right of Karpanek. Now a shot from the left point, and I think Jaden Robertson. No, that was Aiden Kramer. Deflected past the net, now the puck behind the net. Put out in front, and a shot stopped by Karpanek. And finally touched up by the Irish so we can get the whistle. Father Ryan very nearly let Station Camp score another goal when they were about to go on the penalty kill. Hooking the call against Thornburg. And Station Camp get the first power play of the game. 8:03 to go in regulation. They're trailing 6-2 and have to score on this quick. Draw one with the Bison. Andrew Grooms tried to carry it to the front of the net. And he was forced to pass it off. Now the puck comes up to the left point. Joyce Siciliano. Siciliano over to McLean Gregory. Try to go back up top to Siciliano. Missed him, and it goes out to center. Picked up by McMurtry. He'll drop it back to Siciliano inside the Station Camp zone. Siciliano out to center. Siciliano into the Father Ryan zone. Shot on the right wing. Knocked down with a glove of Karpanek, and he covers. Draws to the left. Of Karpanek. One by the Irish. Puck out on the far boards. They get it. No. Oh, it's just held atop the blue line by Andrew Grooms and McLean Gregory. Just kept it atop the blue line. Puck out on the near side board. Shot in the right point, and Marshall McMurtry stopped and held on to by Karpanek. 77 seconds left in the power play. 7:20 to go in regulation. 6-2 Father Ryan. Draw is going to be to the left of Karpanek. Draw one by the Irish. They're trying to get it out of the zone. It's held in. Siciliano, left point, passing it down the left wing. Puck put in front, knocked away. Siciliano with it again, under a minute left in the power play for Station Camp. Joyce Siciliano shot, stopped and covered up by Karpanek. Draw is going to be to Karpanek's right. Won by the Bison. Puck in front, they score! It's Gregory taking a shot from the right edge of the slot off the inside of the post to the left of Karpanek. Station Camp had to convert the power play, and they do. 6-3 Father Ryan with 6:51 to go in regulation. Draw one by the Irish. Brendan Malloy dumps it into the Station Camp zone. Puck over on the far side. Bison clear it out, icing waved off because Brendan Malloy could have played it at the blue line. Karpanek out of his net to play it. He'll pass it over to the far side. Patrick McCarthy gets to it, sends it across the front of the net. Causey out at center. His sister Emma injured, her arm in a sling. Here's Jaden Robertson. Back into the Father Ryan zone. Shot, stop, rebound, score! Patrick McCarthy had come to the bench. Looking like he caught a stick. As Jaden Robertson carried the puck down the slot, got up a shot that was stopped by Karpanek, and then he banged to the rebound, and it's 6-4 Father Ryan with 6:12 to go in regulation. So Station Camp get their fourth goal 39 seconds after their third. Patrick McCarthy back in his feet. Stepping out of the bench and seeing the trainer. But Station Camp, after going down 6-2, are now back within 2. Can they finish the comeback? Here's Don Memoria, shot in the bottom of the left circle, stopped by Karpanek. Puck out on the far boards. Puck comes up to the left point. Now Joyce Siciliano trying to pass out to the blue line, but he gives it away to Gage Hart. Hart through center, back into the Station Camp zone. He shot off a stick and passed the net to the right of Galise. Puck comes up to the right point. Denny Libby shoots it past the net to the left of Galise. Now it's on the near boards. They try and get it out. Held in McCullers. Sends it into the right wing corner. Hudson Laux. Now at the right point, Libby a shot. Blocked by the skates of Marshall McMurtry, who carries it to center. McMurtry. Back into the Father Ryan zone. Shot blocked and the puck goes back to center. Andrew Grooms. Over to Joyce Siciliano, but he stepped back in when Marshall McMurtry was trying to come out. Offside called against the Bison. 5:03 to go in regulation. 6-4 Father Ryan. Draw is going to be on the dot in front of the bleachers across from the Father Ryan bench at center. Bison win it, get it into the Father Ryan zone. It's in the right wing corner. Here's Joyce Siciliano. Passed up to the right point. Oh, Mikey Bernier couldn't keep it in the zone. Now it's back at the Station Camp end. He's got to haul and clear it out of the zone to get it away from Sam Halloran. Oh, nearly an offside against Station Camp as Joey Siciliano looked like he was carrying the puck in, but he left it behind him at the blue line. And Toby Mahaffey pushed it over and then realized, oh, I'm offside, and had to let it go. Thomas McTaskney fires it hard back into the station camp zone. It's on the far side. At the blue line, McTaskney taking a shot through traffic. Knocked down by Galish. Rebound, score. Parker Causey in the slot. Galish made the save, but it came out to the slot, and Parker Causey one times it into the back of the net, and Father Ryan put some stuffing back in the cushion, and they're up 7-4 with 4:12 to go in regulation. So 2 minutes after Station Camp got back within 2, Father Ryan go back up by 3. Puck in the Father Ryan zone out on the far side. Comes up to the left point. Gavin Cole. Shot blocked. Now it's out on the left wing corner. Pass across. Jaden Robertson was standing on the left-hand side of the net. Couldn't get his stick on it. Noah Deffenbaugh trying to clear it out on the far side. Just nudged over the blue line by McCullers. Yep, it was just nudged over and brought back in offside by the Bison. 3:29 to go in regulation. 7-4, Father Ryan. And Keith Grooms telling Carter Galish that once the puck gets deep in the Father Ryan zone, they're calling him to the bench. Father Ryan win the draw, send it towards the station camp zone. Now Andrew Grooms will dump it into the Father Ryan end. It's behind the net, the Irish with it. Trying to clear it out. Held in by the Bison. Here's Marshall McMurtry, shot, score! McMurtry closed into the right-hand side of the net, fires it into the left-hand side. Station Camp will not go away. It is 7-5, Father Ryan with 3:09 to go in regulation. Draw one by Station Camp, and they dump it into the Father Ryan zone. Carter Galish is being called to the bench for the extra attacker. McMurtry shot in the right point, blocked. Comes over to Mikey Bernier at the left point. He sends it down to the inboards. Puck out on the far side. Joey Siciliano putting it behind the net. Battle for the puck at the inboards still, and the Irish have it. And it's dumped back into the Station Camp end, picked up by Mikey Bernier. Bernier behind his own empty net. Passes it over to Marshall McMurtry. McMurtry, left wing side of the Father Ryan zone. Puck cleared out by Hudson Laux. And it's going to stop before the goal line, picked up by Siciliano. Icing waved off. Joey Siciliano out to center. And Hudson Laux broke his stick. He's calling for a new one as Siciliano gets off a shot in the left wing boards that's stopped and covered up by Jack Karpanek. Minute 59 to go in regulation. 7-5, Father Ryan. Draw is going to be to Karpanek's right. Nope, they're going to call. Who's calling timeout? Not sure who called that timeout. Minute 59 to go in regulation. Father Ryan up 7-5. Father Ryan led 5-2 coming into this third period. Gage Hart scored a goal that put him up 6-2, and that felt like that was the end of it. But Station Camp scored twice to get within 6-4. Then Parker Causey made it 7-4. And then Marshall McMurtry made it 7-5. And that is where we stand. Really good crowd on hand for this one. Not as full as the Preds Cup final was the other night, but still. Draw to the right of Karpanek as the timeout is done. Puck in the left wing corner. Net still empty for Station Camp. Here's Curtis Newman. He's going to ice it from behind his own net. Draw away to the left of Karpanek. Irish win it, trying to get it out of the zone. Kept alive by Station Camp. Puck on the far boards. And it's cleared out again by Father Ryan. This will be another icing against them. Icing against Parker Causey, who seems to be going to the bench and saying, my bad, like he didn't mean to clear it that hard down ice. 89 seconds left in regulation, 7-5 Irish. Draw is going to be to the right of Karpanek. Draw one by the Irish. Puck carried to center, Curtis Newman. Ahead, Sam Halloran. Halloran pushes it into the Station Camp zone, but couldn't get a shot away because I think it was Marshall McMurtry coming right at him. Now Andrew Grooms passing to the far side. Joey Siciliano sends it back into the Father Ryan zone. Toby Mahaffey on the right wing boards. Last minute of regulation. Puck in front. Oh, and a shot. Stop point blank by Karpanek. Or it was blocked, one of the two. Siciliano shooting into traffic. It's blocked. And Colin Sullivan knocks it into his own bench. Trying to get it out of the zone. 49.9 seconds to go in regulation. It is 7-5. Father Ryan in the Henry Hine Cup final, if necessary, game. Here, Tom Norrie shooting from his knees in the slot. Stopped by Karpanek, and then the rebound comes over to the bottom of the left circle. And it's shot, and the shot there is gloved and held on to by Karpanek. That was from Siciliano. Draw is going to be to Karpanek's right. Puck behind the Father Ryan net. Siciliano calling for it, right circle. Comes up to the right point. Andrew Grooms dumps it into the right wing corner. 30 seconds left in regulation. And here's Colin Sullivan at center. Shooting it past the empty net to the right. Hudson Laux picks it up. Trying to back in front for Gage Hart. But turned over to the Bison. Now here's Dom DeMaria. Oh, he falls over near side of his own zone. Ahead to Andrew Grooms. Grooms to the Father Ryan blue line. McLean Gregory dumps it into the Father Ryan zone behind the net. Puck comes to the right-hand side where it's covered up by Karpanek with 2.5 seconds left. And Father Ryan are going to win the Henry Hine Cup. Draw to the right of Karpanek, won by the Bison. They shoot it on goal. He stops and covers. And time runs out, and Father Ryan are the 2025 Henry Hine Cup winners as they beat Station Camp Liberty Creek in a final that got wild, 7-5. So the handshake line. And then in a few moments, the award ceremony. Father Ryan finally shed a distinction. They were the only team in GNASH that had won a Predators Cup, but no other GNASH trophy. They have finally shed that label tonight. Finally, after 16 years. And the funny thing is, when Ensworth won the Predators Cup last year, they shared that distinction. Then they won the GNASH Cup 2 months ago. It took them 10 months to get that label off, but it took Father Ryan 16 years to shred it. Sullivan, yes, Sullivan's captain. Did Father Ryan get Hine Cup champs hats made? All right, I gotta turn down my mic, and I'm gonna turn up the PA mic, folks. So the next time you'll hear me is on the PA system.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a finish that was to that game between these two teams. How about one last round of applause for both these teams, huh? Now we move on to the post-game award ceremony, and first up, the presentation of the most valuable player of the final. This is the third year that we've presented an award for an MVP for the Hine Cup final, but this year the award has a name. It is named after Sandy Chadwick, who was the treasurer for GNASH for 15 years, stepped down after last year. And presenting the award tonight to the MVP is her son, Colin, a former GNASH player himself who played for Mount Juliet. And the Sandy Chadwick MVP award winner for this year's final, with 2 goals tonight, an assist tonight, and an assist on Thursday. He transferred from James Lawson to Father Ryan in December. It's Hudson Laux. And now it's time for the big prize, the Henry Hine Cup. And presenting it is the man with the trophy named after him, GNASH founder Henry Hine. Now I'd like to call Father Ryan captain Colin Sullivan in the final act of his GNASH career to come and get the trophy. (2020) 2024-25 Henry Hine Cup winners. Father Ryan finished the season with a record of Father Ryan finished the season with a record of 9-10-1 and are the 2024-2025 Henry Hine Cup winners. Congratulations to them. See you Wednesday. See you Wednesday.
Stupid mic kept cutting out on me, folks. I'm hoping Kyle Dorr can come over here and do an interview. As the Irish take a team photo with the cup, with the scoreboard in the background. Kyle Dorr on his way over, the Father Ryan head coach. Good, man. Well, after going up 6-2 early in the third, that got a little closer than you wanted at the end there, didn't it?
Yes, definitely. I think our guys just sat back a little bit, got too comfortable, which in games like that, it can get very stressful. But we persevered, and boys came out on top.
You totally dominated the first two periods of this game. And, you know, you didn't make a lot of big mistakes on Thursday. They just were better at clamping down your big guns. But Laux got going early. Halloran got going in the second. Sullivan got a goal. Gage got one early in the third. Your big guns came out firing tonight, and that's the players you needed.
Oh, absolutely. And those guys have been heavily relied on all year. And being young freshmen, sophomores, I think a lot of potential for them in the future.
Yeah, oh yeah, there is a lot of potential. You had 10 freshmen on the team this year. Gage came along pretty well. Danny Libby came along pretty well. But a lot of them probably do need another year of development before they're big stars in GNASH. But they've got themselves a trophy under their belt already.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things I've preached all year to them is just move forward. right? If you sit back, you're never going to progress and get better as a hockey player. So I think the big thing for them was just gaining a little confidence and always moving forward, and you can see it paid off throughout the season.
You're only losing 3 seniors. One of them is your captain, Colin Sullivan, which is pretty big leadership, but Gage has leadership qualities already for a freshman. So it looks like in terms of leadership, y'all will be okay.
Oh, absolutely. And Sully was a great leader to have for Gage. He always set the right examples, and I think Gage and other underclassmen can learn a lot from him as we move forward.
And Jack Carpenek was your number 1 goalie throughout the season, and he was, despite that finish, he was really terrific tonight, and it's been great seeing him grow over the season.
Oh yeah, and he takes a lot of pride in his game. He's extremely hard on himself. He just apologized to me after this game, winning a championship, for not saving a couple more of those pucks. And I think that's huge in a goaltender, is having that mental capacity to know right and wrong and learning from it and staying calm during the whole process.
Well, all I got to say is congratulations to you. Terrific season, and I think next year, I don't think you'll get back to the top, but I definitely think you'll be a Preds Cup team again next year.
Yeah,
I'm just going to go ahead and say it now.
We'll see where it plays out.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you very much.
Kyle Dora, congratulations. Is Father Ryan of the 2025 Henry Hine Cup winners. And we'll see him on Wednesday night behind the bench for the All-Star game, coaching the Dixie Flyers alongside Keith Grooms, the man whose team he just beat, and Ravenwood's James Gately. So the goal scorers in this one for Station Camp, 5 different players scored in this game. Joyce Siciliano, Dom DeMaria, McLean Gregory, Jaden Robertson, and Marshall McMurtry. For Father Ryan, 2 goals from Hudson Laux, 2 goals from Sam Halloran, and the others came from Colin Sullivan, Gage Hart, and Parker Causey. And again, Hudson Laux is the Sandy Chadwick MVP. And that is it. As far as trophies go for the 2024-2025 GNASH season, we played 29 games in this postseason. 14 in the Preds Cup, the maximum 15 in the Hine Cup. And we've only got 1 game left, and that is Wednesday night, the All-Star game right back here at Centennial on Rink A at 6 p.m. Pregame will be at 5:55. And then that'll be it. We'll be done. We'll be finished with the 2024-2025 GNASH season. Again, it's I can't believe it's here. I mean, it's taken us over 6 months to play the season. The season started on August 26th with the senior games out in Bellevue. We started the season when it was still boiling hot outside, god-awful hot outside. But now we'll finish it on Wednesday here at Centennial with the All-Star game. And normally, I save the music for the last broadcast of the week, but since this is the last broadcast of the postseason, I'll go ahead and use the music to close. Again, congratulations to Kyle Dora. And actually, no, hold on a minute. Wait a minute. I forgot to go over who the teams will be saying goodbye to as far as departing seniors. Father Ryan will be saying goodbye to Chapman Smith, Colin Sullivan, and Parker Causey, so just 3. They only have 2 juniors in Merrick McCullers and Michael Jaskowski. I thought McCullers was a senior this year. I was wrong. And Station Camp Liberty Creek will be saying goodbye to Aiden Kramer, Joyce Siciliano, Dylan Karen, Jeff Jaden Robertson, Mason Campbell, Mac Miles, and Keaton Howard. Siciliano and Robertson are big losses on offense, but they got a lot of really good players coming back. Gavin Cole, Carter Galise, McLean Gregory, Marshall McMurtry, Patrick McCarthy, Dom DeMaria, Dom Reitz. Miller Campbell tore his ACL in January and missed the rest of the season. He'll be back in goal. Mikey Bernier, Andrew Grooms, Toby Mahaffey. So, yeah, Station Camp will be fine. I'll be fine going forward. And Keith Grooms had a really good first season as head coach. Got him to the Hine Cup final, but in the end they fell short. All right, now we can finish the broadcast. So, again, congratulations to Kyle Dora and Father Ryan as they win the 2025 Henry Hine Cup, defeating Station Camp Liberty Creek 7-5 in the Henry Hine Cup final, if necessary, game tonight. One game to go, right back here at Centennial A on Wednesday, the All-Star game. 5:55 pregame, 6 p.m. face-off, and then the 2024-2025 GNASH season is officially in the rearview mirror. Thank you all so much for listening throughout this postseason. Ainsworth, Nolensville, Lipscomb win the Preds Cup. Father Ryan win the Hine Cup. Ainsworth also won the GNASH Cup regular season championship. One more bit of fun to close things out. I'm Michael Hackney. Have a great rest of your Monday. Good night from Centennial. Congratulations to Father Ryan, the Henry Hine Cup winners. Talk to you Wednesday at 5:55 right back here at Centennial for the All-Star game to bring the season to an end. Good night.